Guys, May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, we are opening our doors to the Flagnerfell headquarters for you to come learn and train with me in my private Flagnerfell headquarter gym. It's a full fitness weekend retreat. We have a bunch of different options for you. We got some VIP options with private dinners. Come check it out. It is gonna be an incredible, inspiring weekend so that you are living at your optimal self.
Linn,
Let's go! Do what I do! Work like I still got something to prove! Let's go! All I do! Work like I still got something to prove!
I guess this is sort of like a new introduction to who is Dana Linn Bailey. I think a lot of people know me from, Miss Olympia. I was the first ever Miss Olympia, 2013. I was #1 in the world for something. Bodybuilding was my absolute life, and it still is. And the greatest thing with that is it gave me a platform to do what I'm doing now. And that is a huge part of me that I will keep forever. And when people ask me like, what's the proudest moment in your life? And it's that, because I saw a goal that I wanted and I conquered it. And I was the best in the sport. And I think now is your purpose changes through life. My purpose before used to be competing. That's where people knew me from. But I'm getting like new people now that know me through my coaching app. And now I'm seen more as a coach, as a mentor. And that is my mission now. I want to get as many people as possible into the gym, because the gym is what saved my life. It changed everything about who I used to be to what I am now. Little backstory, if you are new to me, if you're new to my channel, you're new to my social medias, my name is Dana Linn Bailey. And I used to be very insecure. I had a lot of body image issues growing up. There were literally parts of my body that I would hide. I hated my legs, I hated my chest. And I was an athlete. Like, I was a 6-sport athlete most of my life. And you don't ever think of athletes being, like, when you think of an athlete, you think confidence, secure, the cool kids. And I was very confident on a field, but you took me off the field, I was very insecure. I tried to fit in. I tried to look like everybody else. I did things to fit in. I did a lot of things that I'm not very proud of so that I could fit into what everyone else thought was cool. Instead of just following what I thought was cool, I followed what everyone else was doing. And I dealt a lot with, a lot of insecurities and lack of confidence. And that went on for a pretty long time, even through college. And when I started dating Rob, I started going to the gym with him because that was sort of our hangout. And I started training. And training changed the way I started looking at my body. I went in there, followed exactly what he did, and I started to see muscles. I started to see delts. I started to see abs, and I was getting a back. And I thought that was super cool. I was getting stronger, and that was sort of like my own competition with myself, was like making these goals. Like, I remember when I could only do 1 pull-up, and my goal was to do like 10. Every day I would work on that. And it was really cool that when you had a goal, if you worked on it hard enough, you could get it a couple weeks, couple months later. And I started actually falling in love with my body, which that was never a thing. Before, I was very insecure about my body. I would hide. There were years of my life that I didn't even wear shorts unless I was playing on a field. And which was also at a time, so this is like 2004 or 5. This is back when girls didn't really train. If they were at the gym, they were doing cardio. They weren't really lifting 100-pound dumbbells. Like, I was trying to lift as much weight as possible. And while I was starting to develop this positive self-image, everyone around me was like, ugh, gross, you're doing it wrong. You look like a man, you're ugly, you look like a dude. So even though I started to develop a positive image for myself, I had all these external factors that were putting input and opinions on me. And it made me second guess myself. And I'll never forget this. This is also when social media started and we were putting up YouTube videos and Instagram and photos, and I would post a photo of myself and I would just get negative comment after negative comment. And I started to second guess myself. And I remember the exact moment that everything sort of clicked in my head and that I knew what I was doing was right. Rob came up to me, he was like, and I said, like, I think I was just voicing like, hey, like, am I like, do I look weird? Like, because again, I'm second guessing myself. And he was like, Day, you don't understand how powerful you are. The fact that you can just post a picture of yourself and you evoke so much emotion in somebody that they feel a need that they have to tell you. You own them. And that was like, that statement sort of clicked with me. And you always think of like, you don't want negative attention, but it's attention. If I can, not saying anything, just walk into a room or post a picture to Instagram and I can get attention just based on what I look like. And as I see it, anyone that ever commented, and if you're someone that does this and you comment negative stuff, it's a self-reflection of yourself. Everything that you post is a mirror of how you're actually thinking about yourself. But that powerfulness, that power statement is what really like drove home with me, is because if I can just being myself make you have some sort of emotion that you have to, whether it's positive or negative, I obviously want more positive. Even if it's a negative, I just owned you for that 3 minutes. And even when you leave my page, you're still probably thinking about how gross and ugly I am. But it's probably also making you think a little bit more about yourself. So let that be. And I think from that point on, I went into every room and every situation and every single post that no matter what the outcome is, like things just bounce off of me. You can tell me I'm a man, I'm ugly, I'm gross, a million times. It just bounces off of me because I know I just owned you. And I spent a lot of my career, like even with competing, of not fitting into a category. I had judges telling me, hey, you're a little bit too big, you're too hard, you're too muscular, and you need to go get implants. You look a little too masculine, so you get marked down points. And to me, it's like as soon as you start changing yourself based on somebody else's opinion, you've just lost yourself. So I always got critiqued, and I've gotten so many opinions. You guys, the world is full of opinions, and I've gotten all of them. But if I listened to any of them, I don't think I would be here. I'm a huge person, a believer of like the butterfly effect, and one simple decision. If I listened to one simple opinion and I changed myself, like how different would my life be? What would my trajectory of my life be? And I'm just so glad that I found that confidence in myself and didn't care what anyone else was doing. I didn't want to fit in anymore. I wanted to look different. I didn't want to look like anybody else. And when you can gain that kind of confidence with yourself, that you're doing it right regardless of what everyone else thinks, that is a superpower, and it will make you an unstoppable fucking monster. So you got to find that confidence and believe in yourself, no matter if no one else believes in you.